Mohammad Babar Azam is a Pakistani international cricketer who captains Pakistan in all formats. A right-handed top-order batsman, Azam is widely regarded as one of the best contemporary batsmen in the world. He plays for Karachi Kings in Pakistan Super League and captains Central Punjab in domestic cricket. Babar Azam was born on October 15, 1994 into a Punjabi family. He was born in the walled city and recalls the memories of playing cricket and roaming around like a freebird in those streets. His cousins Kamran and Umar Akmal, who are older than him, were the reason he was attracted to cricket, and their stories and success instilled inspiration into him. Therefore, he decided to take cricket as his profession. He had been a ball boy at Gaddafi Stadium prior to joining a cricket academy and starting his domestic cricket career there, and was present during the home series Pakistan played between 2006 and 2008. He sought guidance from Rana Sadiq, his first coach, who taught him in real terms what batting is. Later he went on to be a part of Pakistan U19 setup. In May 2015, Babar was included in the Pakistani ODI squad for home series against Zimbabwe. He made his ODI debut in the third ODI on 31st of May and scored an impressive 50, scoring 54 runs off 60 balls. His impressive debut earned him a place in both Test and ODI squads selected for an away series against Sri Lanka. He was not selected to play in the Test series. During the ODI series, he only scored 37 runs in the two matches that he played. Babar was included in the squad for the away ODI series against Zimbabwe in September 2015. He was retained in the ODI squad for the home series against England. In the first ODI of the four-match series he scored 62 not out with a strike rate of 100, which helped Pakistan win the match. He had scores of 4, 22 and 51 in next three matches respectively. He finished the series with 139 runs at an average of 46.33. In January 2016, Pakistan toured New Zealand. In the first ODI match, Babar scored 62 runs off 76 balls. Pakistan lost the match by 70 runs. He was the leading run scorer in the ODI series with 145 runs in two innings at an average of 72.50. In the five-match ODI series against England in July, he batted in 5 games and only scored 122 runs. He made his 2020 international debut for Pakistan against England on 7th of September. He scored an unbeaten 15 runs off 11 balls. Pakistan won the match and series. Besides the England series, Pakistan played two-match ODI series against Ireland. In the first ODI of the series, Pakistan beat Ireland by 255 runs and created record of their biggest win in terms of runs in an ODI. Babar contributed in his side's victory by scoring 29 runs. With the second and final ODI abandoned due to rain, Pakistan won the series 1-0. Babar Azam was selected in the home series against the West Indies in 2016. In the first match of the ODI series he scored his maiden international century, scoring 120 off 131 balls and winning his first Man of the Match award. In the second ODI, he scored another century, this time scoring 123 off 126 balls, and helping Pakistan to put up a total of more than 330. In the third and final ODI of the series Azam ended up scoring third consecutive century, 117 from 106. He also broke the record for scoring the most runs, 360, in a three-match ODI series. He became the only batsman to score 350-plus runs in a three-match ODI series. He made his Test debut for Pakistan against the West Indies in Dubai on October 13, 2016 and scored 69 runs in his first innings. He was the first player to score a 50 on his Test debut through a day/night test. On January 19, 2017, in the third ODI against Australia, Azam became then joint fastest player to score 1,000 runs in ODIs and then fastest for Pakistan in his 21st innings before his national record and world record were eclipsed by his compatriot Fakhar Zaman. He scored a century in the fifth ODI, which was only the second century ever scored by a Pakistani batsman in Australia after Zaheer Abbas in 1981. He also entered the top 10 batsmen's ranking in ODIs for the first time ever. Sarfaraz Ahmed replaced Azhar Ali as Pakistan's ODI team captain against the West Indies after Azhar Ali stepped down from the captaincy after a humiliating defeat against Australia in ODI series. He scored an unbeaten 125 in the second ODI of the three-match ODI series at Providence Stadium, Guyana. Azam along with Imad Wasim put on an unbeaten 99 runs partnership which helped Pakistan to a total of 282. Meanwhile, Azam also broke the record of scoring the most runs after the first 25 ODI innings in this match. In the Champions Trophy 2017, Azam scored 46 off 52 balls in the final match against India. After a successful Champions Trophy tour, ICC sent the World 11 team in Pakistan where they played 3 T20I matches. Azam was the top runs getter in the series, scoring 179. In the first T20I played at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, he scored 86 playing only 52 balls, and won his first Man of the Match award in T20Is, helping Pakistan win the match by 20 runs. He had scores of 45 and 48 in the next two fixtures. In September 2017, he had a poor test series against Sri Lanka, where he managed to score only 39 runs across 2 test matches. In the second ODI he became the fastest batsman to score 7th ODI century in ODIs and the first batsman in ODI history to score 5 consecutive centuries in one country. He had scores of 30 and 69, not out, in next 2 innings while chasing. He was the leading run scorer for Pakistan in 2016 in ODIs and T20s with 872 and 352 runs respectively. At the 2017 PCB Awards, he was awarded Pakistan's ODI Player of the Year. He was also listed in 2017's ICC World ODI 11 for the first time ever. Pakistan's first assignment in 2018 was tour to New Zealand. Babar was an automatic selection in the ODI team. However, he could score only 0, 10, 8, 3, 10 across 5 innings, scoring only 31 runs at an average of 6.2 as Pakistan were whitewashed 5-0, his worst series till date. But performed well in the T20I series and contributed in teams winning the series 2-1. Babar was the leading run scorer with 109 runs. He had scores of 41, 50 and 18 in these T20Is. He became the number 1 T20I batsman, the second to reach the feat after Misbah-ul-Haq, but soon slipped to no. 3 position. He regained no. 1 spot in the rankings after a successful series against West Indies, who were touring Pakistan after 13 years. His best performance came in the second T20I where he scored an unbeaten 97 runs which won him Man of the Match award. He finished the series as leading run getter with 165 runs at an average of 82.50 and a strike rate of 148.64, and won the Man of the Series. Pakistan won the series 3-0. Babar, Fakhar lead Pakistan to 3-0. During a test match against England in May 2018, Azam was struck on the arm without padding by a bouncer from Ben Stokes, when he was batting on 68. After an X-ray examination, it was confirmed that Azam had a fracture in his left wrist with a broken forearm. After fully recovering from his injury, he made his return to the side against Zimbabwe in July for a 5-match ODI series. He performed well and managed to score 184 runs at an average of 184 in 4 innings including 76 balls 106 runs in the final ODI of the series. In September 2018, he was selected for 2018 Asia Cup held in United Arab Emirates, UAE. Playing his first Asia Cup, he didn't have a good time of it, only managing to score 156 runs at an average of 31.20 in 5 matches. In November 2018, in the second test against New Zealand, Azam scored his first century in Test cricket. In April 2019, he was named in Pakistan's squad for the 2019 Cricket World Cup. The International Cricket Council, ICC, named him as one of the 5 exciting talents making their Cricket World Cup debut. In May 2019, he was also signed by Somerset as their overseas player for the 2019 T20 Blast. Just before the World Cup, Pakistan played against England in one-off T20I and 5-match ODI series to prepare for the tournament. In the T20I fixture he scored 65 from 42 balls before getting run out. In the 5-match ODI series, he ended up as the joint leading run scorer, scoring 277 runs including a century and 2 half-centuries, going into the World Cup with runs under his belt. On June 26, 2019, in the match against New Zealand, Azam became the fastest batsman for Pakistan, in terms of innings, to score 3,000 runs in 68 ODIs. In the same match, he also scored his 10th century in ODIs, finishing 101 not out, with Pakistan winning by 6 wickets. With this century, he also became the first middle-order batsman from Pakistan to hit a century in a World Cup match after 32 years. A week later, in the match against Bangladesh, Babar broke Javed Miandad's record of the most runs by a Pakistani batsman in a single edition of the World Cup, scoring 474 runs in 8 innings. Other leagues? In 2016, he was signed by Bangladesh Premier League (BPL) franchise Rangpur Riders, later renamed as Rangpur Rangers. However, due to national duties, he could not participate. In 2017, Babar played for Guyana Amazon Warriors in the Caribbean Premier League and Sylhet Sixers in the BPL. In 2019, Somerset signed Babar for the 2019 T20 Blast County Cricket competition. He was the competition's highest run scorer with 578 runs in 13 matches, including 4 half-centuries and 1 century, and recorded a batting average of 52.54 runs per innings. In January 2019, it was announced that he would rejoin Somerset for 12 matches in the 2020 T20 Blast as well as for 2 first-class matches. In August 2020, Somerset confirmed his participation, and was available after fulfilling his national duties. On September 16, 2020, in the match against Glamorgan, he registered his career best score of 114 not out off 62 balls and also completed his 5,000 runs in T20s, becoming the 3rd fastest in the world and fastest Asian in terms of innings to achieve the milestone. The century against Glamorgan was also the first hit by a batsman in a T20 game at Sophia Gardens. He ended the season with 218 runs in 7 matches with an average of 36.33, finishing as team's 2nd highest runs getter. However, Somerset did not qualify for the quarter-finals. Records and achievements. As of April 2021, Babar has scored 19 international centuries, 5 in test matches and 14 in one-day internationals and 1 in T20I. He was the leading test run scorer for Pakistan in both 2018 and 2019, leading ODI scorer for the Pakistan team in 2016, 2017 and 2019, and 2nd highest T20I scorer of the world in 2017 and leading scorer for the Pakistan team in 2019. He was named in the ICC ODI Team of the Year in 2017 and 2019 and as the Pakistan Cricket Board's ODI Player of the Year in 2017 and T20I Player of the Year in 2018. On April 7, 2021, he became the #1 ranked ODI batsman after surpassing Virat Kohli.